Everything you've learned in this course, the ACE framework, the assessment data, the exercises you've practiced, comes down to the next 7 minutes. This is where you build the plan you take back to your organization, not a generic development plan. Your plan built from your data, targeting your specific gap. Open your capstone development plan right now. As I walk through each component, fill in yours. Everything prior has been diagnostic and skill building. Now it becomes operational. The capstone development plan is the artifact that makes this course useful beyond the final video. It's what you carry back to your organization. We're building this together, and by the end of this video, you should have a working draft. 4 components. Each answers a specific question. Assessment results answer, what is my gap? Exercise selection answers, what will I practice? Context strategies answer, where and when will I practice? And the 90-day timeline answers, in what sequence? Every component must be specific. If any section contains language like improve my executive presence, it's not finished. The plan names the gap, the exercises, the specific meetings, and the specific milestones you're tracking. Component 1, your assessment results, the diagnosis. Write down your Module 8 reassessment results right now, primary gap, secondary gap, and the specific scores that define the perception distance. Then write your Module 3 baseline scores next to them. In Module 3, you named your primary gap for the first time. In Module 8, you retook the assessment. The comparison between those 2 data points is your starting position for this plan. If your expression gap narrowed, but your authority gap stayed flat, that tells you exactly where the 90-day plan needs to focus. Component 2, exercise selection, the intervention. Based on your primary gap, select 2 to 3 exercises you'll practice consistently. Not all of them. Targeted ones. For expression gaps, decision narration, and the checking in protocol from Module 4. For authority gaps, restraint practice and position first communication from Module 5. For context gaps, stakeholder mapping and style switching from Module 6. Here's the discipline that matters. The plan gets weaker with every exercise you add. 2 or 3 practice consistently will produce more change than 7 practice sporadically. Write down your 2 or 3 right now. Component 3, context strategies, the environment. Who needs to see the new behavior? In which specific meetings or forums? If you chose restraint from Module 5, which meeting next week will you practice it in? Name it. Write it down. A chief marketing officer I worked with chose the Tuesday executive team meeting and the Thursday client review, 2 specific forums where visibility mattered most for her role, not all her meetings. 2, that level of specificity is what makes a plan operational rather than aspirational. Three phases, each with a specific function. In weeks 1 and 2, foundation, 1 exercise, 1 context, daily awareness. You're not trying to close the gap in 2 weeks. You're trying to make the practice automatic so it doesn't require conscious effort. Weeks 3 through 6. Practice. Expand to 2 or 3 exercises across multiple contexts. Add the behavioral check at week 4. Adjust based on what's working. This is where the connection mapping from the last video becomes operational. You're tracking behavioral milestones against the timeline for your gap type. Weeks 7 through 12, integration. The exercises become embedded in how you operate, not a separate practice. Add the targeted reassessment at month 3. Begin requesting structured feedback from accountability partners you'll identify in the next video. Increasing complexity, not increasing effort. Here's what makes this plan different from generic development plans. It's built from your assessment data. It targets your specific gap. The milestones are gap type specific. A senior director of engineering with a primary authority gap, restraint practice and position, first communication, context. The Monday architecture review where he speaks on every topic, and VP one-on-ones where he presents problems rather than solutions. Weeks 1 and 2, count to 5 before speaking. Let 2 topics pass without contributing. Weeks 3 through 6, add position, first communication in VP meetings. Weeks 7 through 12, track meeting contribution data monthly. Request feedback on whether he seems like the person in charge. That's a precision instrument designed for the specific gap his data revealed. Fill in every component of your capstone development plan before moving on. The question now is, who else needs to see this plan? Because the fastest way to make sure it actually works is to build accountability into it from the start.